Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Talk About It podcast here on BAMS Media TV. Now, I wanted to talk about sex tonight, all right? It's the most taboo conversation that we always speak of here. And particularly, I wanted to talk about sex on the first date.
Giggity.
Does that kind of make you a hoe? Does that does it matter? Does it not matter? Because I honestly think that when you start off with sex with a potential partner, you're kind of going to get nothing but a sexual type of relationship. Hence, friends with benefits. Now, I have my good friend here, Sharif,
Hello.
to kind of discuss this topic with me. And, Sharif, now, I'm pretty sure you've had your time.
Oh yeah.
A good old
stop.
And how do you feel about sleep, like a woman who is open to just sleeping with you on the first time of you meeting her, especially if this is you trying to see something through, like this is someone that you, like you're in a process in your life where it's like, I want a serious relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But you meet this woman and, you guys just hit it straight off to the point where you are just like sexually active. Does that kind of change your viewpoint on that woman?
As far as what, being in a relationship or
Well, yeah. Like, do you think that
no,
that makes her promiscuous? Does
no,
that?
no. Is she only fucking me?
Well, I mean, that's a question. That's what I'm saying.
Like if she only screwing me, then it's like no, I don't see anything wrong with it. We're all adults. We're consenting adults. What we do behind the sanctity of our closed doors is nobody's business until you run around telling them.
All right, but do you think that sex equates to compatibility of this person? Because you could have great sex with someone, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then what if they really truly suck as a person?
So, what if it's the other way around? What if like she's a really awesome person and she's terrible in the bedroom?
All right, but does that taint your
Yes.
viewpoint of them?
Yes. It does.
All right, which will kind of feed to my point as saying that I think that sex on the first date can really mess up potentially what it is that you're looking for.
So let me give you a little pushback on that.
Okay.
So let's say this girl, let's say Stacy has a 3-month rule.
Mm-hmm.
Now I spent all this time getting to know Stacy, and she's like the initial scenario. She's an awesome person. And then like we're counting down the weeks and now with the days and the hours. And I finally get some of that Stacy cakes. And Stacy cakes ain't tasty cakes. They trash. I don't even like them. That's 3 months of my life I can't get back.
Well, aren't you there to potentially, if Stacy Cakes has this 3 month rule, right? And you guys are potentially trying to
dating.
build something,
Mm-hmm.
right? Aren't you building up that momentum and just building up that passion so when it does happen, it's something that is just like magical?
Yeah, but then when we get to that magic moment and she's a starfish, it's like ooh. Now let's push this even further.
Mm-hmm.
What if she said that I couldn't get it until after I married her? So now I married this starfish, and on my honeymoon it's a disaster.
Well, then you gotta teach them, right? I mean, as if you're into like teaching. So, all right. So this is why I'm opposed to starting off a relationship or a potential relationship with sex.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, sex can really confuse you with what's love and then what's lust. Because especially as a female, right? We have to learn to differentiate what love is and what lust is. You tend to fall deep with a man. I call it dickmatism. When you
I got something for that too.
When you get dickmatized by someone, you know what I mean? And you don't take the time to actually get to know them because you get so hypnotized by just how they laid it on you so quick and so soon, and it then causes you to have bad, what's that word I'm looking for? But like you tend to make bad decisions based off of that. You know how many you know how many men sleep their way into a person's home because they have no place to live.
Homeless sexuals is wild.
Yeah. It leads to homosexuals.
No, homeless sexuals.
Yeah.
She said
It leads to the homeless sexual men. Because the thing is that there's certain men who have a hidden agenda.
And not to like brush this off on the women, but you gotta have a better vetting process. Now, with the scenario I gave you earlier, let's flip that coin over to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I had sex with that same chick in the beginning on the first date.
Mm-hmm.
Right then and there, I know sexually we don't click. This is 3 months of both of our lives I didn't just waste.
So you think that if you meet someone and you have sex with them first, that will let you know whether or not this will
That'll let me know that sexually, this is something I don't need, like, whether it's good, bad, or okay. I know right off the top, this ain't something I need to worry about. This has already answered that question. Now all I got to do is get to know you. Now, for me personally, what I, as Sharif, personally don't do, I don't eat everybody's coochie. Don't lie, I'm dead ass. Because, like, I feel like Hollywood, like, whenever you see a love scene and they really want to express that these two people are in love. Like, remember Get Rich or Die Trying? When he had the love scene with his baby mother?
Okay.
What they showed him doing?
Going down on her.
He went down on her. And it was all slow and sensual. Her legs wrapped around his head. When do you ever see a love scene that's supposed to convey that in Hollywood when the girl's sucking dick? Don't happen. It never happens.
Well,
never happens.
All right, well.
But I feel like when you go down on a woman, it's like, or at least for me personally, when you go down on a woman, it's like, it gives you that sense of like, yeah, I might love this woman. Or something close to it. It amplifies your feelings.
There's certain men out there who just love doing that.
So, hey, let me stop.
So they will, they will do that. I mean, to me, I feel like when you sleep with someone around the first time of you meeting them, right? Because you do have some people who are like, oh my God, we just met, and then it's just like, oh, we went straight into the nitty gritty.
I gotta meet more of those girls.
You know what I mean? No, I mean it's out there. There is out there, and I try to, tell women and men out there, that you don't want to lead with that, because then it does, like I said, it taints your overall perception of the man. There's so many women out there who like meet a guy, they think, oh my God, the first date went great. I busted wide open for him. You know what I mean? You have certain women out there that's like, you know what? It's like, this is going to be my first time, so I'm going to show him everything. I'm going to give him the porn star experience on our very first time. Right?
I don't like those girls.
And then what ends up happening is that you get so hooked, right? You get so hooked, and then the qualities of this person completely sucks. And so that's why I'm opposed to just sleeping with someone when you first meet them. I get it. Like, we're all grown. I understand that. Like, we all make certain decisions. But I think at some point we have to take a step back and think, if this is someone that I'm really seeing myself with, I don't want to tie all of that into just, oh, he can lay it down the best.
For me, and well, I was about to say, if she lay it down, it's like, whoa, wait, that don't go there. For me, it's like, it's just a plus. Like, if the girl got, like, let's say she got some good ass coochie, that's a plus. But if I get to know this girl and then I see like she's like low key a piece of shit, we go out to eat. She treats the waiters like shit. Now I gotta worry about somebody spitting in my food. She's terrible to her mom. She kicks puppies. Like,
It's the kicking puppies thing.
yeah, I'm trying to paint the picture. Like, this is not a nice person. She's a terrible lady.
Dang, like, who kicks puppies?
Like, she kicked the damn puppy. She's a terrible person.
Yeah.
So
I
after
don't even
all,
think Cruella DeVille kicked puppies. I know she just more so like used them to make coats.
yeah, Cruella DeVille. Like, let's say you're dating Cruella DeVille, but Cruella DeVille got some good coochie. But it's like, you know what? She's not a nice person. She goes off on me sometimes for no reason. I don't really see this going anywhere for a relationship.
I'm gonna take it a little deeper.
But she got some good coochie, so I might still keep hitting that.
I'm gonna take it a little deeper.
Go for it.
So we do know that sex is a transfer of energies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And more so, I feel like for a woman to do it on the first time, it's such a dangerous thing is because we're taking in the energy of that male partner. Mm-hmm. You know, the sex organs of a female is inside, whereas the sex organs of a man is outside. Therefore, he is in control of what he sticks it into, taking that energy, and he could transfer it over to you. Right? So when you meet somebody for the first time, 9 times out of 10, the first person you meet, you gotta understand the average man is still holding on to maybe 1 or 2 females that he's still vetting out in the process of meeting you. And so when you open yourself to them sexually, you're also opening yourself to the possibilities of taking in the energies
Somebody
of those 2 females.
Neurotic.
And then you realize why you're so off. You realize why, why do I feel so low? Or why do I feel this way? And it's because you are taking in that energy from the males of the counterparts.
I don't believe in all that new age mumbo jumbo.
Well, I do, because, it kind of leads me to the whole Cardi B and Stefan Diggs situation. And the Nick Cannon. All right, so.
Oh, God, Nick Cannon.
Since you're not too familiar with this, right? And I'm not trying to sit here and say,
break it down for me.
what I don't know their story of how they met and, but the man had like 4 babies. Apparently. I don't know how many kids this man had. But the man had like 4 kids, including her kid, only 1 year. This is the rumor that's out there, right? Yeah. So, and then I think about Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon actually had like 5 babies in the year 2022 or 21.
I was about to say 5 babies. That sounds like a slow year.
No,
for
he
Nick.
did. He had like 5 kids.
Sounds like a slow year for Nick.
In 1 year, and everyone kept saying like, "Oh my God, he's spreading BV." But
yeah, I heard that too.
I more so have to like think to myself like, is he meeting these women? Are they signing contracts and he's saying like, okay, I'm just gonna sleep with you right now and get you pregnant, get you knocked up. You know what I mean? But it's just the thought of like men could have the opportunity. As a man, you can sow your royal oats.
So you're really coming to America?
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, and then have like all these kids, but then you have to think about just mentally as a woman, what does that do to your self-esteem? What does that do to you? Because, like I said, he's clearly sleeping with these women unprotected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and because their kids are so close in age, I mean, in like. You got 2 babies born in the same month, next baby born the following month, another baby born the next month. You have to think to yourself like, damn,
so
he
those 2
was
were
really sleeping with all these women at the same time, right? And so let's say I came across a guy like Nick Cannon or a guy like Stefan Diggs. And
you better run.
Well, yeah, I mean, initially I wouldn't want to start off with sex. And it's not, and I'm grown, right? We're all grown, we make decisions. Yeah. But we gotta understand that certain decisions and certain choices can really lead you down a dark path.
Now, me personally, once again, not a woman, but if I was a woman, I ain't saying I'm gonna have the best discernment, but if a motherfucker show up to me with like 17 kids and 12 baby mamas, yeah, I'm not gonna extend him a membership application to join this club. We could.
And then another thing too that kind of stands out is like, let's say you meet your one, right? You meet this girl, you met her the first night, you got kicked it off, and you was like, damn, like this shit was hot, right? And then let's say over time things fizzle out, things aren't working out, things didn't work out the way you wanted it to, right?
That don't
I know, I'm just saying. You thought it was. Let's say you had a kid, right? I'm going to bring a kid involved, right? So now y'all had a kid, but y'all broken up, right? And then she goes, I'm going on a date with someone. When in your mind you think,
oh, this
damn,
fucking hoe.
She done busted open for me the first night, so I'm pretty sure she going to bust it open. Because I do feel like do get judged in some sense. As a man, it's like, damn, she did all of this. Our first time together. I wonder how many guys she did that to on her first time with them.
No.
You don't think that comes across people's minds?
First of all, the chick I'm dealing with, I'm me. Clearly, she did this because I'm me. She only did it for me. She ain't out here busting open for everybody that nasty on their first
But you
time.
don't know that.
What?
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. And plus, I got friends that'll lie for me. Like, nah, she only did it for you because she got a big neck lane. Like, yeah, you know what, bro, you right. No, I'm kidding. But I would hope to never be put in that situation because, like, it's not even that. Honestly, that's just like your emotions getting in the way because you still have emotions to that woman. And you don't want her to be out here busting it open for nobody else because you only want her busting it open for you. So you need to be honest with you.
Do you think women who bust it open on the first night, or men who do it on the first night, equates to them having low self-esteem?
No, however, sometimes there are women who with low self-esteem. And the issue is like they either feel or they think or they know that this is all they have to offer.
I do feel like it's a form of low self-esteem, honestly. I think a woman who sleeps on the first night has no respect for themselves.
Why you say that?
I feel like women who sleep on the first date have no respect for themselves because it's like, why do you feel like that's the only thing you need to offer to keep a man? Do you feel like you have to show him how good it is on the very first date just in order to... I feel like that just brings in low self-esteem. It reads low self-esteem.
All right, so let's say, what is your favorite restaurant?
I like Crab A.
You like crab? That's your favorite restaurant.
I mean, there's a few, but I like Crab A because I like the crabs and I like their portion sizes. I think it's really...
So let's say on your first date, he says, let's go out for coffee. Let's get to know each other. In the midst of this coffee date, which lasts maybe 20, 30 minutes, he realized, let's say we go out, I realize we're vibing. We're really like, I'm picking up what you're putting down and vice versa. And it's like, you know what, I can eat. Let's go get something to drink first. Let's go to a bar. Let's blow this taco stand. We go to a bar, we get a drink. I learn a little bit more about you. All right, hold on. We've been drinking. Let's catch an Uber. I know where we're going to go. I'm not going to tell you yet. It's a surprise. No, you'll have fun. You'll like it. I take you to Crab Bay. So now you see that I'm listening to you. I'm paying attention to everything you're telling me. I take you to Crab Bay. We have a nice ass time. In the midst of this, I say, you know what? The night is young. Let's go catch a movie. You were talking about this movie. Let's go see that movie. You were talking about Avatar a few times. We went to the movies to go see the new Avatar movie. Boom. I take you back home. You just had this amazing night that you enjoyed yourself. You felt heard. You felt listened to. What would be wrong with you giving me some coochie at the end of that night?
Because I feel like you just did everything on one night for me to bust it open. I'm not going to take one night of because you did all these good things and you showed me that you listened on the first night and say that equals and equates to you getting some of my vagina.
So that's your problem. You view everything as transactional. I didn't take you out and do all of this stuff because I wanted some vagina.
But you just said...
No. I'm saying we had fun. Right. I took you out because, remember, this started off as a coffee date.
Right.
A coffee date. But then
you also just said, what's the problem with me not getting no coochie?
I said, what's the problem? What's wrong with you giving me some coochie? I ain't saying, what's the problem with you not giving me no coochie? I said, what would be wrong if you decided
what would be wrong is I'm not going to sit up here and think just because someone showed me a good time.
Oh, yeah, I forgot one key point. One key point. I walk you to your door. We do the kiss. Fireworks. Puddle in your panties.
Right, that's good. So you know what? Then I got to see what the second and the third, and then see if this person really
your clit is throbbing right now.
I'm gonna go upstairs and get my vibrator. Say goodnight. Go play with myself. And I think that's just what certain people need to do on the first date because then it's like, damn, I think I just gave in a little too quick and too soon, and this man think I'm so wide open because he took me on a date to Crab Bay. You could have been the third nigga to do that for me that month. I mean, so it's like, I don't necessarily feel like I get what you're saying.
All I'm saying is, We are two adults. We had fun. You had an amazing first date. And you decided, I want to fuck him. There's nothing wrong
In due
with
time.
that.
You know, if it's one thing
But
I
I'm saying-
probably
but I'm
would
saying,
do,
even
is I'll
then-
probably let you come upstairs and give me head, and I'll just let you go about your business. Because I don't think necessarily
Now-
equates to a person. That's probably as far as I would go.
You sound like a
But-
whole dude.
Um,
You sound like a whole dude. Like, yeah. Shorty came through. She gave me some hit and I kicked out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want to hit it.
yeah,
It was
well, it's
like,
going to be more so like stay tuned
Get
for
outta
part
here.
2. You know what I'm saying?
and I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna say who, but a girl tried that with me before, and I did it. And this is also why I said I don't go around eating everybody coochie, because you know what happened after I ate her out?
What?
She gave me head, and you know what happened after that?
You had crabs.
What? Well,
It's the first thing that
we
came
came
to
back from Crab Bay. He ain't got crab. No, but she gave me head, and after that, she was like, "Nah, fuck this."
mind. Yeah?
She's like, "Condoms, let's go."
And then you never seen her again.
How? I'm my longest fucking relationship with her.
Oh, shit, yeah. All right, well, you know, where you are now.
Yeah, now I'm single. But,
Right?
but
so-
fucking 9 years ago, well, almost 10 years ago, I was with her.
Right.
So, yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think because I feel like there's always a hidden agenda in the sense of that. Like you're not like that's the problem. I feel like as a man, y'all think, well, I'm gonna show her a great time, and within this great time, that should basically mean that I deserve this coochie. I done spent money. I done listened to her when I didn't want to listen. I went to the movies even though I didn't want to go to the movies. I took her to Cry Baby
So,
even though
whoa,
I'm
whoa.
allergic to crabs.
Oh, hey, yo. Now, you were very neurotic for this whole scenario I gave you. Now, granted, you would only do so, like, let me stop trying to speak for all men. I would only do that,
Now
like,
speak for all men if you want to.
fuck it. Fellas, I'm holding us down. We would only do, like, let's say we started off on a coffee date and they went to all of that. That shit would only escalate like that if we actually like you. We ain't gonna do, like, if you some chick that, like, let's say we on a coffee date and you boring as fuck.
But it's like, damn,
Hey,
she pretty. I just want to see what
Yeah,
that shit
I
look
kind of
like.
want to hit.
Right,
Well,
exactly.
We'll try again on the second date. Well, whatever. Or we'll try after the first date.
But you gotta-
But if I like you, and it's like, you know what? Well, I kind of don't want this night to end just now. Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that. Let's tie an activity to this. Hey, let's go bowling to get some drinks or something. Yada, yada, yada. Hey, let's go out to eat after that. Yada, yada, yada. You know what? We just ate. You know what? I kind of don't want this to be over yet again. Let's go see a movie. You really want to go see that movie? Let's go see it tonight. But all of that, none of that is tied to, oh, because if I do this, oh, she got to give me that pussy now. Oh, come on, man. I spent like $500 on it. When I get, no.
Because I do feel like if a man does that, right, and then a woman slips up and she does sleep with them, and then they leave the next day, a woman automatically feels guilty. This hasn't been not one woman in this world who could sit here and say that they haven't felt a little bit of shame, a little bit of guilt after already dishing it out on the first date.
See,
I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you
All right,
how
go ahead.
funny. I
But hold on,
love,
before
I
you
love
say that,
stories.
it sounds to me that women feel like men after they masturbate.
Yeah.
So after we masturbate, especially if you do it in the bathroom and you walk by the mirror and you just, you fucking pig, you disgust me. Ugh. Get your shit together. Still up here. So
I'm
disgusting.
gonna tell you this funny story.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell y'all this funny story, right? So, I was talking to this dude, right? We was getting to know each other, right? Now, we was about to go on a date, right? This is like after, talking to him for maybe a month or so, right? Because he's been like,
But y'all
he's
still ain't go on the
trying
first
to
date
itch out.
yet.
He was still trying to like itch up on me. So we go on this date, right? Now, when I meet the nigga, I'm at the bar. And you know how they have bar stools, right? You know the bar stools at the bar. So the
Yes,
man
they
pulls up.
typically be.
He pulls up. This nigga the same height as me sitting down. Now look, I don't got nothing against short guys. I date all types
You
of
need
guys.
to be nice to that short
You
king.
know what I mean? I've dated guys shorter than me. I don't really discriminate. It was my last short guy experience, right? One thing you short niggas always try to do, and I gotta stop calling y'all niggas, but
I'm taller than you. Oh,
let me say,
y'all.
one thing these short guys do is definitely try to make it seem like they could, you know,
Pick you up. He try to pick you
not
up.
just pick you up, but just do tall man shit. You know what I mean?
He tried to reach something.
So he's sitting down in this little ass chair. I come out the bathroom. He goes, to sit on his lap. Now I'm tall. Not only am I tall, I'm a thick woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, let me sit on this nigga's lap like he's Santa Claus. I sat on his lap. It felt so awkward because he's so little. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting here like, yo, let me get my big ass up because this don't look right. Like, you know, people walking by, they laughing at us and shit.
Hey, oh damn.
So I'm just like, so now we, you know, now we walking and talking, getting to know each other. The movie's done, you know. He keeps trying to put his hand in my back pocket while we walk.
And Joe, that means he's your bitch.
So I mean, I'm saying this story to say, this man, I felt like it was too touchy feely on him. I'm not on the first date. It turned me completely off. You know what I mean? Because just like it's our first time hanging out. I want to see how we are hanging. I want to see the vibe. I want to see, you know, like, could you make me laugh? Could you do this? The whole time, because it let off so strong, you know, of like him just trying to be all up on me, it completely turned me off. And he said, you know what, this was so much fun. Can we do it again? I said, you know what, yeah, just let me know. And I've never spoke to him again.
But
I never spoke to him again.
Honestly, that it sounds like, cause
and it wasn't because you were short.
No, I was about to say that.
It was not
However,
because he was short.
To be fair, it kind of was because he was short. Because he was short, he overcompensated.
Yeah.
And that's why it let everything in there he wanted to be on. He was too touchy-feely, and he was too busy not reading the room. Right. He was presumptuous.
Yeah.
He didn't pay attention to what was happening around him to gauge what was appropriate. Mm-hmm. So that's why he inevitably failed. But like I said, in my scenario, wasn't all touchy-feely. You know?
Right.
You gauge, you gotta leave little breadcrumbs. Mm-hmm. Let the girl come to you first. And then like you start with a little touch, a hug, mm-hmm. Put your arm around her. It's levels to this shit. You don't just go from 0 and jump straight to 7 and it's like, yeah, we about to fuck soon. It's like
But that and that's what I'm saying. It's because it could lead to that. Mm-hmm. Certain people is a big turnoff.
But see, that's a problem with him because it's like there was no anticipation or build up to it. He just tried to jump straight to and all this shit. But it's like, not saying that like it would have went that way, but had he paced himself, read the gauges, dialed it back a bit, slowly worked up in an appropriate time frame, mm-hmm. that date probably could have went a lot better for him.
I feel like when you meet somebody, maybe within the first 5 or 10 minutes, you'll be able to know, like, I'm going to deal with this person. And what I really encourage women to do is when you see a man and this is your first date and you're like, you know what, this man's doing it. Like, let's say, like, your scenario, that first date, you know, the coffee date, and then mm-hmm. it leads to the bar, and it leads to the movies, and it leads to this, and leads to that. Mm-hmm. You want to keep a man wanting more. Mm-hmm. And if you dish it out so soon, what is it that what's left for him to look forward to? You know what I mean? I think it's really good to let a man, you know, kind of work his way to you. I think it's really good to try to find to get a man to want to kind of thirst for you and thirst for that opportunity for you. So therefore, I don't think you should spread it open on that first date.
Even in the scenario I gave you, especially after that, the sex was fire.
Well, would you not want somebody to value you too as a man?
Yes, but what makes you think the next day that guy's not going to want to spend more time with you?
Well, that's what I'm saying is,
like,
once you dish it out and the man feels like, hey, look, I already got it, then he ain't gonna try hard. Because let's say the first date you go all out, right, and I gave it out to you that quick, right? You're like, damn, I did the bare minimum. All I did was take the shorty to the movies. All I did was take shorty out for something to drink.
First and look how quick it goes. Not the damn bare minimum.
I'm just saying it is.
No, the hell is it? How many married couples on their date night go to multiple places?
That was you, brother. You the one who wanted to go in multiple places on one night. But I'm saying is that's still bare minimum.
That's not bare minimum.
That man ain't really showed me what he's like financially. That man ain't really showed me what
I
he's
paid
like.
for that whole night.
So
How did that
fucking
night show
what?
you
You coulda
what
just
I'm
got
like
paid.
financially? What the fuck are you talking about?
You could have just got paid that night.
Exactly. You know
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
Alright.
I think it's good for you to see a person in all 4 seasons. You want to know something?
Mm-hmm.
Try when you date a man in the summer, it's totally different from dating that same man in the wintertime.
I disagree.
I agree. You want to know why?
How so?
Because in the summer, it's sunny, it's bright, you're happy. You know what I mean? In the wintertime, people's more tired.
I'm happier
It's
in the
And
wintertime.
we live in the East Coast. Right now, it's 3 degrees outside. Ain't nobody trying to go out there right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I feel like
And that's when you're gonna come over and see what it's like in my house. I'm gonna see what it's like in your house.
No, we ain't doing that because you let off with taking me to 4 dates in one night. So I want to keep that going.
You hear this shit? I took out. So technically speaking, we ain't even had sex on the first date then. If we're going off your
No,
logic.
because why the hell am I gonna spread my legs just because somebody took me out for a coffee and took me to the bar and took me here because he wanted to spend all his money on me on that one night, take me out on 4
and
different
that's
dates.
your problem. You keep assuming this is about spending money. I have an
You
ulterior
just
mo-
said
It's-
that you just spent all this money on the
All right,
first
but
date.
that's you saying because like you don't see how he is financially. It's
That's
like
bare minimum.
that is-
Financially doesn't mean about just spending. Financially is
Are you
also
wanna-
about how are you able to save? How are you smart with your money? Do you invest with your money? Like it's more to financing than just okay. I'm just gonna spend money on a chick. That's not
Exactly.
what I'm looking for. Remember, I'm looking for somebody who's gonna be a potential partner. So you gotta understand, people are gonna throw up a facade first. There's always gonna be a facade before you really gonna see the true them.
Yeah, I'm just
so
learning
don't
that. I never-
fall in
I
love
never
with
learned
the
to do
facade.
that.
Don't think that it's okay to bust it wide open because this man just showed you 4 dates in one night. Because is he gonna show you 4 dates in one night for the second date? Well, shit, leave some room for spontaneity, right?
Spontaneity.
Snooty, natty. It's the same shit in New York as natty.
But even with all of that, like I said, if you have that much fun with that person and you enjoy being around that person, why wouldn't you want to spend more time with that person? Honestly, for me, that's how I end up in relationships. I end up getting like extremely comfortable around this person, and then they eat up all my time. And next thing I know, I'm realizing that, sure, I probably had 2 other girls I was talking to, but this is the person I'm up and spending all my time with. Like, I mean, you know the feeling, right? Like you.
Look, I'm not saying that eventually these people or this person that you deal with won't, potentially be someone that you see yourself, full time, long term with. What I'm saying is that when you have sex on that first date, it does taint your perception and your views of that person. I do feel like men should also have some form of boundaries and respect for them, because there are certain people, like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the term sapiosexuals. Those are people who fall in love with the mind
those goofy
before they fall in
motherfuckers.
love with the body. Because I do feel like there is some form of beauty in showing
Intelligence.
not just intelligence,
But that's what a
allowing
sapiosexual
I
is.
know.
Somebody who finds intelligence arousing. And I'm not for nothing. I could be wrong, but in my experience, those are usually fucking idiots and airheads. And they hear a couple of big words like, you're so smart. And oh my God. And you said
Well,
a
no.
what?
I think
That's like vocabulary.
like you said, right? Like you said, right? Think about, like, I'm gonna take it back to that conversation of you saying that first date where you had the coffee and then you went to the bar. You had basically 4 dates within that one day of getting to know each other. Now, instead of you walking her to her door and then automatically accepting sex, you say, okay, I want to see you. I wanted to make sure you got in the house safe. Call me when you get settled in. I would love to continue our conversation. That's going to lead a woman to be like, damn, like, I got so much more respect. Because if you said panties is wet, dripping, I was just like, damn, I'm really into this man. Because not only did he just show me a great time on the first date, but he actually left it off with, make sure you call me just to continue the conversation even more. It allows you to fall so more deep into them. And it's a different level of respect that you kind of get from them. It's sort of like you're teasing. And I'm into teasing.
Of course you are. Or, because like you said earlier, Guys, like when they're talking to somebody, maybe they got two other girls they're talking to. And not for nothing, it's 2026. Women do it too. If I'm dating you, we're just getting to know each other. There's probably two other people you're getting to know as well. Probably somebody you've had a sexual conversation with, and like now I did all of that, and like you said, the panties are wet, and you invite me in, and I'm like, nah, sweetie, not tonight. You know, it's too soon. And then you go in the house, and you're like, you're still horny. Sometimes the vibrator won't do it. Now I done got you all horned up. And now you done called Steve up to come on finish what I started. Now what? I done
Probably knew Steve a little longer.
I done unintentionally wingman for Steve.
Probably knew Steve a little longer.
Now my pillow.
We're talking about first dates, so maybe Steve was 3 to 4 dates in. You know, at that point.
Hell
but,
no.
you know, just to bring back up your point, right? You just said, like, it's 2026, people are dating multiple people at the same time, which is even more of a reason why you shouldn't have sex yet. Because if you are in the process of vetting multiple people out at once, like I said, as a woman, we are taking in energy. You know, a woman who's taking in so much energy, they off. That's how you know if they're, like, being sexually active with multiple people. Their energies is all over the place. They don't know what they want. They're very confused. It really reads off of how that person eventually becomes and how they are. So if you are dating multiple people, then you definitely don't want to slip up and sleep with them. You date them for them to court you to see, okay, who out of those four...
It sounds like you're weighing your options.
Well, of course.
And you're trying to see who's going to give you the better deal.
Well, of course. That's what dating is, right? So if I have 3 to 4 guys and I'm vetting them all out, I'm not going to sleep with all 4 of them. And 9 times out of 10, as a woman, once let's say you start sleeping with Steve, right? That's who you just said?
Steve, yeah.
Yeah. So you start sleeping with Steve. You're not going to, at that point, if Steve lays it down, right? You're not going to want to eventually sleep with Mike or Dave, or
I was gonna go with Dwayne,
or Mike, Dwayne, and Sean, because now Steve is the one that's hitting it, right? And then 9 times out of 10, if Steve is gonna hit it, he's gonna want to make sure that you ain't having no other person hitting it either. So then it.
But what if Steve ain't hitting it right?
Exactly. But now it's too late because now you're done.
No, it's not. Says who?
Give it to Steve.
Says who? Did you tell Steve he could have it? This is his exclusively?
No, but we got
exactly. We got access. And now women have been known for being fucking honest. Come on, man. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm listening to you, and 2 comedians come to mind. First is Eddie Murphy. And you got me thinking about that joke when it was like when the girl makes you wait. And it's like, he's like, let's say you were starving and the girl made you wait. And then after 3 months of you starving, she gave you a cracker. And you just, God damn, this is a good cracker. That wasn't a regular cracker. God damn, that was like a saltine or something. That was a Ritz, wasn't it? This wasn't a regular cracker. That had to be like a Ritz or a saltine. And then after like 3 months of getting them regular ass crackers, you about to marry her. And that's when you finally look at the box and you realize, man, I got tricked. These was regular ass crackers. There wasn't nothing special about these crackers. Even a cracker tastes like steak if you wait long enough. No, I'm not agreeing with you. Hell no. That's what I'm saying. What's wrong with having sex on the fucking first date?
Because when you have sex on the first date, it taints your view of the person.
You know when it taints your view? If you have a weak mind.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. And bitches like that fall for the Jedi mind trick every time.
Of course not. Because, see, if you actually take the time to know a person and read between the lines and read past that facade, then you won't get slipped up and end up with a loser.
Listen.
Because a lot of men feel like I'm going to just lay it down really thick on that first date and make her completely irresistible to me. And then
everybody ain't slinging dick like that, lady.
I feel like men who want to do it on the first date really is. And besides,
there's a lot of ain't shit dudes who try to get on the first date and they know they got trash dick.
And knowing your sizes, you would know who's slanging based on
whoa, lady. Size don't matter.
I feel like it does. And I feel like it does.
Size don't matter.
It does.
I done took many of the motherfuckers girls who had bigger dicks than mine.
Size don't matter.
I'm telling you it don't.
That'll be another conversation.
Another conversation for another. But the other comedian I thought about was Patrice O'Neal. And he said the thing about women and men were different. Men want to get as much pussy as possible while spending the least amount of time as possible. But women want your time. That's why women want you to put time in to get everything you just said. Put time, get to know me, spend time with me. Time. You said time like 7 times.
So, I feel like a woman should spend time with a man more so.
That's exactly.
To understand where that man's coming from.
And that's why he
you
says.
Can slip up and end up with the wrong person.
And that's why he says women want to get as much of your time.
Of course.
While it's giving you as little pussy as possible.
Of course.
And every girl has that one guy that you know damn well you're not gonna fuck. And you keep him around. And hey, take me here. Hey, I just ordered this bookshelf from Amazon. Come put it together for me. Hey, that bookshelf you put together for me. I don't like it here. Put it in the basement. Nah, it don't look right in the basement. Put it on the roof. Nah, take it off the roof. Put it back where you got it.
That's just that person being the sucker.
Exactly.
That's the man being the sucker because he thinks eventually this person
he thinks he's gonna get that pussy. But now let's go to the other side of that. Now you got
it happens to women too.
Yeah, now you got the guy. He uses the girl up for coochie, yada yada yada. Whenever when he get off work, she ain't doing shit. Pull up, get some pussy, get some head. He was like, this shit had me bugging. He was like, what do you do with the girl who like just gives it to you regularly for no reason, no commitment, nothing. She knows you're never gonna be together. Y'all just fucking. It's like eventually, like yeah.
And let me tell you something. That woman definitely is going through a self-esteem problem during that entire process.
Not always.
Yes, always.
Nah, not always.
Yes, always. Yes, always.
That doesn't happen as often as you think.
It does happen very often. It happens a lot. Okay? You gotta understand that, like I said, it's a transfer of energies. And if you're sitting here...
I don't believe that shit.
Let me add this, like, as a female, right? If I'm sitting here and I'm like, I have this one man, I'm just fucking him just to fuck him. That's a lie. Every female eventually wants a relationship. I feel like a woman who sits back and says, I'm just going to sleep with this man just because it's something that he wants. And she wants, eventually she feels as though she's going to get a relationship out of this person if she just lays back, becomes submissive, and non-combative with that person.
Oh, so devil's advocate on that one. What if he actually is putting it down and she likes the sex?
She's going to want a relationship.
Always.
There's no woman on earth that's gonna sit back here and think that if they're gonna find a man.
But what if he's a piece of shit?
Even when they're a piece of shit, this is.
So you're telling me even if this man's a piece of shit,
I'm giving you the mindset of majority of women out here.
No.
A lot of women out here they'll know that he's a piece of shit. They'll know that he doesn't even have good work ethics, but because he lays it down, it gives them some form of, like I said, digmatism. And I'm going to bring that up. They get digmatized by it.
There's no such thing as dick.
It is. A lot of women. It's a make-up word, of course.
It's just a made-up word, of course.
It's a made-up word, of course, but being digmatized is very, very real. And you have some women who will
pussy whipped is real.
It's the same difference.
Yeah, pussy whipped is real.
A guy being pussy whipped equates to a woman being digmatized.
No such thing as digmatized.
There's certain men out there who will be like, all they do is lay it down, but they could be crappy, shitty-ass men.
Have you ever met a woman who paid for dick?
Yeah, fat bitches.
Not even fat bitches pay for dick.
Fat bitches do pay for dick.
Listen.
I have a friend who said that he literally would fuck fat bitches for money.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yo,
listen,
I'm
Rosie O'Donnell could walk in a club tonight and say, I want some dick.
She has money. That's different.
Precious could be broke before Precious. Walk into a club tonight and say, I want some dick.
Lot of fat bitches
at least 3 motherfuckers gonna come up there and try to get it.
Fat bitches pay for pussy. I'm talking about the super BBW.
Slap that bitch. Because any bitch paying for dick is a bad investment. She's not good with money.
There are bitches out there who pays for dick.
If you're paying for dick, it's a bad investment.
There are though. You ask.
Bullshit. You gotta show me these bitches.
I'm saying.
And after that, I'll sell her a bridge for the low.
There are women out there who have extremely low self-esteem, and they will pay a man. And let me show you how they pay a man.
Yeah.
This is how women pay for.
Now, not big women. That got to be like busted women.
How a woman with low self-esteem who is relatively big pays for sex is through.
I'm mad you spelled it.
Giving them a place to stay, allowing them to play their PS5 in her house without them paying for the Wi-Fi or the electrical bill. They cook for them. They do anything for them. And majority of these niggas come from jail.
Hey, yo.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. We all seen Love, was it Love After Lockup?
Nah, I ain't see that one.
All right, well, like, there's a lot of big bitches on that show.
Hey,
And they guys come out and they be like, yo, yeah, you held it down for me, you know what I mean? And this shorty used to come and she put money in my books, she made sure I was good, and then next thing you know, it's the biggest bitch picking them up from jail.
Hey, yeah.
Because I'm dead serious, because most of their conversations are on the phone or they wrote them, especially if they didn't get married to them. I'm telling you, Love After Lockup, majority of them bitches is fat.
I'm doing life wrong. I need to go find me a fat girl. Every man who come home
from jail, get them a fat bitch. They lay up with them for a couple of months to get their shit together, and then they dip on their ass. They be talking to like mad different females, but they keep that big bitch around. You know why?
Keep that big bitch around.
Keep that big bitch around because that girl is gonna cook. She gonna clean. She gonna make sure they good. She gonna buy them new outfits. She gonna have all his shit laid out for him.
This sound like bullshit. I done dated a couple fat girls before. Ain't none of them did this shit for me.
That's the fuck they do. You just don't realize it.
Think about it. Chick up here giving me, putting money in my pocket.
There's fat bitches that
they all. I ain't gonna say just fat girls. Every girl I date would like to feed me, but not fucking putting money in my pocket.
A woman
taking me shopping.
Especially, and this is the stigma with a lot of American women is that we have this ability to feel like we take care of our men. You know what I mean? Like we have this thing where it's just like if I have a place for my man to stay. You know, I make sure he could eat. I make sure he get the new Jordans that come out. He ain't gonna leave me.
See, my uncle always said...
And it's always... Like, look, I watch 600 Pound Life.
Oh, shit.
All them bitches got niggas and they all skinny.
Hell, do they really?
Yeah. Half the time. And you got certain men who be like, you know, I want to keep my girl big and insecure so that way she can't go nowhere.
That's not always because they want to insecure. Some guys, they like that extra fat.
Yeah, I know. I've heard a man describe what it was like getting head from a big bitch.
My boy, I ain't gonna say his name, but he loves big.
But basically, like I said, it ties into sex on that first date, sex on the first time you meet somebody. It could taint your whole view on them. It definitely cries out low self-esteem.
So wait. What if y'all have sex on that first date? And that motherfucker come like that.
Then that nigga's just a quick come up. Because let me tell you something. Men who come quick on the first time, it's not because you're coochie tight. Them niggas just don't know how to fuck.
We ain't gonna spread that out there in the ether.
No. It is true. It's true.
That is not true. It's not always true. I ain't gonna say it's not true. I'm gonna say it's not always true.
I mean, unless he's been holding it and it's been months and months. But normally, if that first nut come out quick, then they definitely hop back on you to show you that the second one's going to be taking.
So that's what I said. But like the first round, when I was younger, a younger Sharif would be like, yo, the first time, that's going to be all for me. The second time is going to be me making up for the first time. But the third time.
A real man knows how to hold his shit and make sure that you get yours.
Bruh, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm the second round knockout king.
I'm saying this shit, but then again, I don't know. I only deal with foreigners.
Yeah, man. And any real man know a second round knockout, and that's another thing. That's how you can tell if he actually likes you. Because if you get that first nut and he hauls ass, you know what he was there for.
Exactly.
But if he feels the need to redeem himself. Is
But like I said before, I don't feel like a man who gives bare minimum during your first date. God, ladies, don't slip up.
No.
A man's gonna take you to 4 different dates and one day equates for him to get some, and then the minute he gets some, I'm telling you, he was not gonna operate the same way after that.
Don't do that because the first date is supposed to be the bare minimum. And me personally,
exactly. So why am I dishing it out for the bare minimum?
That's what I'm saying. But like me personally. I typically make girls pay for the first date. I let girls take me out on the first date. Now you probably looking at me and you judging me.
Right, and I'm judged because it's like, why? And then
but there's a
you
reason for
expect
that.
her to bust it open for you
No,
after she just paid for
a
everything?
first date. See, a first date ain't supposed to be nothing like extravagant. A first date could be a walk in the park. That's just y'all like, cause you can get to know each other over the fucking phone. But that's also y'all logging in some FaceTime to see each other.
Well, getting to know each other, getting to know someone as adults,
Yeah,
is phases.
Yeah,
You got your honeymoon phase, and you got the when shit get real phase, and that's when shit get real phase is when you have those tough questions, like finances get involved.
You should learn all of that. But the honeymoon phase, how long do you believe the honeymoon phase lasts?
6 months. Yeah.
The honeymoon phase can last years.
6 months. Why the fuck would I be in a honeymoon phase for
can
years?
last years.
All right. Well, Sharif, I'm gonna say this.
What?
You lost. Well, they said, nah, Dolly, you lost. Nah, I'm gonna say this. At the end of the
What the
day,
fuck?
we're gonna wrap this up real quick because you're gonna have your opinion. I'm gonna have mine. Of
Yeah,
course, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what it is. We're talking about it.
I mean, I'm still waiting for you to
We're
bring me
talking about
around to like why it's a bad thing to have sex on the first date.
All
But
right,
like, I
so
get
I'm
it.
gonna rebuttal this.
Go ahead.
Having sex on a first date taints your point of view of a person. I think that it's really good for you to honestly take the time to vet someone, get to know them, understand them before you let them into your body. As a female, like I stated before, we take energy in, and you don't want to take in the wrong energy, especially on the first date. You don't need someone to take you on 4 dates in one night and have that equate to them getting to be with, know your body through and through. At least not yet. Things happen. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And like I stated before, you could end up sleeping with someone and then eventually feel really guilty about it. Because if a man
why do you feel guilty?
Because you done gave it up to someone because he took you out on a movie date.
So you only gave it up because I took you. No, you gave it up because there was a spark. There was a connection.
You can still have a spark and a connection without it equating to being physical in the bed.
Sometimes you gotta go with the moment, man.
You can go with the moment and
let me give you a great example of that. So what if I did all of that and you wanted to have sex with me and I left and on my way home I got hit by a fucking bus and died?
Then eventually that sucks. You didn't get a chance to get into this deep dive.
Shut the fuck up.
Alright. But we're gonna wrap this up. Thank you so much, Sheree, for coming in to talk about it. And like I stated before, ladies, take your time. I'm Melissa Sherrill from Bands Media TV.
Do what you feel, ladies.
That is Talk About It.